Countdown to kickoff continues here from Smith Station High School, TC Britton Field, Panther Stadium here as we get ready for kickoff tonight. I'm Van Riggs alongside Jason Lee. Captains have met. Dothan has won the toss. They have elected to receive. Still waiting on both teams to come out as the Panthers start to make their way into the end zone. Let's take a look at some of the games going on around the area. And boy, I tell you, Jason, there's some big ones. And you look at the top tonight. These two teams have always met at the end of the season, but when Auburn moved up to 7A and Opelika State in 6A, it was no longer a region game. Both coaching staffs decided to get together, and they said, you know what, we can't play a game like this so close to the playoffs with so much on the line because we're going to give it our all 100%. We got to play this thing early in the season. So tonight, Opelika travels to Duck Sanford Stadium for the Opelika-Auburn game. That's going on over on our sister station tonight. 97.7 Kicker FM. Central Phoenix City, they're going to look to try to bounce back from an opening loss last week against Hoover and Crampton Bowl. They travel to Fairfield tonight. Beauregard, their first game of the season as they head to Greenville tonight. Lee Scott's at home against Monroe Academy. Coach Maddox, from what I understand, going back to the old ground game attack, no longer spreading it out, and that Monroe Academy team is one that beat them in the playoffs last year, so they're looking to really get some revenge tonight there. Beulah's on the road at Spring Garden tonight. Tallahassee is hosting W.S. Neal. Lanette's on the road at Notasulga. Lafayette heads to Lochapoka tonight. Valley and Russell County, both those teams looking for their first wins of the season. That's in Valley tonight. Springwood's at Kingwood Christian tonight. Chambers Academy is at Coosa Valley. And Glenwood heads on the road to Calvary, Georgia tonight. Ballard in 8-man football in Auburn. They take on Harvester Christian tonight. And Dadeville picked up a win last night against Reeltown in Thursday night football. Dothan, the first team out on the field. The Tigers tonight with the red pants, white tops, red numbers outlined in black helmets with the old school scripted D on the helmet in red. They've got the red stripe down the middle outlined in white. Good color combination. I like that. Good looking unis there. Panthers, though, in the white bottoms tonight, black tops, white numbers outlined in gray, and the white helmets again out with the black SS logo and the gray trim for the Panther helmet. Smith Station has lined up behind their sign, and we are awaiting the Panthers to take the field, getting closer and closer to kickoff here. Going to be another hot night tonight. The sun's starting to set, though, as we look out to the skies. And the Panthers take the field. Another good crowd, late arriving crowd here though tonight, Jason, on the home side. But still another packed house, end zone filling up, and Dothan all is a pretty good crowd. Makes that a little over 2-hour drive up the road.
Yeah, it's a good atmosphere tonight. People kind of figured out how the traffic was going to be last week, a little late, as you said, coming in, but it's definitely full, and they're ready to see victory number 1 tonight against Dothan.
All right, quick 30-second timeout. We'll come back with kickoff of the night's game right here on Mix 96.7. Tyson Williams with the kickoff return, and he brings the ball up past the 30-yard line up to the 31. So the opening kickoff goes to Dothan, and we are underway here. Game number 2 of the 2016 football season, and here comes senior Bubba McDaniel from Dothan to lead his troops out. Only 2 returning players on this team. It's the quarterback and tailback for the Tigers as they'll open up out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Trips out right, single receiver to the left side. Shotgun look, McDaniel drops back, wants to set up a screen, couldn't get there. Good pressure by the Panthers. Justin Brown in the backfield. He breaks that one up before it could get started.
Yeah, that defensive line, Van had a great week last week, got the same starting 4 in our 4-3 defense. DeAndre Williams on the left side in, Will Quisnell, Gage Altman, and Justin Brown on the right side who had the pressure. 2nd
down and 10 again. Ball spotted at the Dothan 31-yard line. This time they'll line up with twin receivers either side. McDaniel with a shotgun snap. He'll give it to his back, Williams. Right side, boy, not much there. 94 DeAndre Williams with a stop, bottling up the hole. And also getting up in there for the Panthers, number 9, Tyreek Fuller. So it will be 3rd down, and looks like they picked up 2. It'll be 3rd and 8. Ball up near the 33, right at the 33-yard line. Again, they'll line up with trip receivers out to the right and a single receiver to the left side. McDaniel on 3rd down. Wants to set up another screen, throws it out into the flats, caught by the wideout, and he's going to be brought down right back at the line of scrimmage. No gain there. Panthers defense comes out and bottles up Dothan right out of the gate here. And it'll be punting time. 4th down and 8 to go for Dothan.
Yeah, you got to give defensive end DeAndre Williams credit right there. He got out there, got pressure on the screen, forced him inside, and then our linebackers Anthony Ortiz, number 18, and 45, Kobe Hancock on the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can't ask for a better defensive series than that. That was good. So back deep to punt is Dothan in punt formation. Called around the 20-yard line and a wobbly punt. And we'll hit down around the 45-yard line. Takes a huge Dothan roll around the 35, inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. Boy, that thing rolled another 20 yards after it hit the ground. Had a little golf finish on that one. They call that English, I guess?
Yeah, that's right. Jared Elias was back. He decided to let it go. Probably shouldn't have. Backed us up 20 yards, but still not bad field position just inside the 30. I know this offense is ready to get back on the field, especially those receivers. They want to see some redemption after last week. A lot of drop passes.
Here we go. Smith Station lines up 1st down and 10 from their own 27-yard line. 2 wideouts either side, and it'll be quarterback Jay Roberts. Last week, 8 for 24. A lot of drop passes, though, in that 57-yard pass at night. This time it'll be a handoff, the bread and butter ground game up to around the 32, 33-yard line on the ground, Joe Lewis. So he picks up a nice 5-yard chunk. And, you know, it's one of those things, it's a kind of a methodical run game, but you know what? It worked all last week, getting 5 yards here, 4 yards there.
Yeah, and I tell you the biggest difference with both of these running backs, not just Joe, but Stevie Pringle will be in a minute, is yards after contact. A couple of times they're getting hit right at the line of scrimmage or a yard back, but they keep those feet going, and that time Joe Lewis got about 5 yards after contact.
Yeah, I think a 6-yard pickup. They'll mark it 2nd and 4. Ball up to the 34-yard line. Here's a shotgun look this time. Lewis will take it left side again. Another big hole. Opens up. He's up to the 39. He falls ahead to the 42-yard line. 1st down for the Panthers. That will move the chains as the ball goes right up to the 42-yard line. And, boy, that's a 14 or so yards in 2 plays on the ground.
Yeah, this is an offensive line that Coach said he was really going to keep his eye on. And after this next play, I'll give you the 5. The same 5 from last week. Did a great job.
So 1st down and 10, ball just across the 40 up to the 41. 2 wideouts either side. Roberts again. Who's that? Joe Lewis gets the carry left side. He's across the 45. He's up to the 46-yard line. Again, he picks up 6, maybe 7. It looks like 7 yards up to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that's 2 straight right there, Van. On the left side, we got left tackle Matt Robinson, number 75, 66, Kevin Brandt. Our center tonight, Jared Long. Right guard, Kelsey Allen, number 52. And right tackle, Cameron Jones, number 69.
Well, you win the line of scrimmage, you're going to have a good night. So far, the Panthers are dominating it in the trenches. 2nd down and 4 up to the 47-yard line. 2 wideouts either side. Roberts gets the handoff again. It's Joe Lewis left side. He's across midfield. The 50 breaks a tackle at the 45, and he's down to the 43-yard line. Another 1st down run.
Again, yards after contact. He was hit at the 50. Doesn't go down. A good little spin move all the way down to the 43-yard line.
42.
We got some lights out on the scoreboard.
10:42 left in the first half. First quarter, it's got to be. Scoreless game, but the Panthers on the move on their first drive out of the gate. Trips to the left side, short side of the field. They're bottled up over there. Wide side, a receiver to the right. Here's Pringle in the ball game. He gets a carry up the left side, and that time he's bottled up for about a yard gain as he runs down to around the 42.
Yeah, even these running plays, we got a single back there, Van. We've got 4 wide receivers in the game, so I would watch a little play action here. Robert showed what he can do with his legs last week, but he's also got 4 targets out there ready to catch the ball and make a move. Roberts
will check the sidelines on 2nd down and right at 9 yards. I was trying to think that was 2nd down and close to 10, but just across the line of scrimmage marker, original line of scrimmage marker there. So it's 2nd and a long 9. Roberts still communicating things from the sidelines. This has been a long time. We're going to burn a timeout here. And they're going to have to reset the clock here, I believe. Now we just got a second left, Jason, in the first quarter. This has flown by, hasn't it? Two wide outs to the right, single receiver left side. 2nd and 9 from the 43-yard line. Roberts back to pass, throws down the right sideline, fade pass, had a man open. It was Will Clanton, just overshot him at around the 10-yard line, tried to go deep. Had him open, but just led him a little too far.
Yeah, Will made a little inside-out move, beat his man, but Jay Roberts just overthrown the ball, but positive about that, he threw it right at the sideline. Only his man could catch it, so nobody hurt here. 3rd and long, short field here.
Had to throw it, too, across the field. That's a tough pass. Just let a little too much air get under that one. 3rd and 9. Here's a big down for the Panthers. Trips to the right. Single receiver left, trying to keep the drive alive. Roberts gets the snap, pass all the way, drops back, pressure comes now. He'll take off on the ground across the 40, 35, makes a man miss at the 32. He's down to the 31-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down. We said he could do it with his legs. Didn't do it a lot last week, but that's where Roberts can really be effective.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things where that was one of their halftime adjustments. They said, look, Jay, you got to use your legs. You're a dual threat quarterback here. So they called a lot of rollouts. This time he was getting some pressure on the right side and just took off. Probably was about to get hit right at the first down marker, but made a little sidestep for those extra 2 yards.
Yeah, great effort there after contact to pick up the first down. So it's 1st and 10 down at the Dothan 31. 2 wide outs either side. Pringle's in the backfield. And the snap that gives to Pringle out of the shotgun. Straight ahead, and he's down to around the 28-yard line. So around a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, the Dothan defensive coach is definitely paying attention in this run game. That time they brought all the linebackers up on the line of scrimmage, so you definitely going to see that play action. We've already thrown one deep ball. I know they got the confidence in Jay to get that done.
Well, and it only take one completed, and you got 6 points on the board.
That's right. I'd look out for Tyson Tolliver on that left side. He's been one of the go-to receivers the last 2 years.
Brendan Ray at the wingback up on the line of scrimmage. 2 wides to the left, single receiver right side. Pistol set. Here's Lewis out of the backfield. There's a big hole. He's down to the 22-yard line. So he shoots down around 6 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 3rd and short coming up for the Panthers.
Yeah, this really opens your playbook here. 3rd and short. Looks like it's about 2 yards on the 22-yard line, and probably 4 down territory here, so you can keep pounding that running game. You got 2 downs to pick up 2.
3rd down and 2. Ball down at the 22 of Dothan. 2 wide outs either side. It's Lewis in the backfield. The give is to Lewis. Makes a man miss. Had him in the backfield, but able to get back to the line of scrimmage to avoid the loss. May have picked up a yard. Hard to see from our angle. May have got picked up a yard.
Yeah, I think so. I think we got about half a yard left here, Van.
4th and short. I would imagine you see the Panthers going for it down here at the Dothan. Ball right at the nose of the football, right at the 21. We see an extra big man coming in the ball game, checking in. Is that
Jacob Purcell, number 76. He's going to be left guard here. Had to change at left guard. Let's see if we don't go that side.
2 wide outs either side, and I believe Coach Fawcett and company is going to think this one over. 4th down and short coming up. 4th and 2 down at the Dothan 21. No score right now from Smith Station. Panthers, though, on the move. We'll see if they can keep the drive alive after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to Panther Football on Mix 96.7. Welcome back to Smith Station Panther Football. Scoreless game, and the Panthers are on the move here in the opening quarter of play. And 5:34 left here in the first quarter. A lot of run, pound, and game going on so far.
Heat timeout, state mandatory heat timeout. It will not be a charge timeout for the Panthers.
So that was a heat timeout. So heat timeout on the field. We're trying to get some clarification on that. 7-0 Opelika right now. They score on the opening drive of the game in the big rivalry game against Auburn. An update. It's going on to our sister station, 97.7 Kicker FM. So far, it's been ground attack. Let's go down on the sidelines, though. Check in with Jared Dillard. Jared, this push up of the offensive line has really been dominating things so far.
Well, the saying is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And for Smith Station football, the running game hasn't been broken for what seems like 5, 6, 7 years now. They're going back to the game, something that worked for them well last week. Like you said, 168 yards on the ground. And with that last play, the defense brought everybody up to stop that play. But you got to know Smith Station, they're going to go running the ball on the ground this play if they go for it.
Yeah, as Coach Vaughn will say, let them know what you're going to do. You just got to go up there and execute it. And as Coach Vaughn would always say, you got to just move those big bales of cottons out of the way, you know.
That's right. Sometimes you overthink things, and sometimes you just need that power football. And one of the things I talked to Coach Fawcett about when I first met him, he took the job. I said, well, Coach, what's your offense going to look like? He said, we're multiple. He said, we'll put 4 wide receivers out there and throw it down the field when we need to, but when we need those short yardage, we'll put a fullback in there and run right up the middle.
All right, 4th down and 2. It's the gun, pistol set at the 21. Ball needs to get around the 19 for the first down. Roberts out of the shotgun. He'll give it to Lewis. Bounces it outside. And second effort.
Yeah,
My goodness, he surges ahead down to the 16-yard line. First down. I don't think he had it. And all of a sudden, Lewis jumped over the defender, hurtled up in the air, and got the first down.
Yeah, we've got the stats here on what he's got for the year rushing-wise. But I'll tell you what, yards after contact have been huge for Joe Lewis these first 2 weeks. He's such a strong little running back.
Well, you don't see many better than that. Great run by Lewis for the first down. 1st and 10 at the Dothan 17. 2 wide outs either side. Shotgun for Roberts. Roberts, high snap, just got it down, throws into the end zone. Backside corner, goes up for it. Caught incomplete, though. Couldn't hang on as Will Clanton. I think he was going to be out of bounds if he comes down, and a really good effort just to go up, climb the ladder, and try to make the catch.
Yeah, that was a good play call and a good route there by Will Clanton, but the timing was just a little off with that bad snap. Put everybody's timing about half a second off, but good job by Jay Roberts to pull it down and at least attempt to make the pass.
2nd down and 10 again at the Dothan 17. Opening quarter, scoreless game. 4:56 left here in the first quarter. 2 wide outs again either side. Roberts out of the shotgun on 2nd down. Play action. Quarterback keeper. A lot of room left side inside the 10 and cut down at the 7-yard line. Ball comes out at the end. I thought he was down. They finally blow it down. Now Roberts, his legs got cut out from under him and he went head first into the ground, and then the ball came out.
I really like that option read with Jay Roberts. He did a good job of reading that defensive end. That defensive end crashed down on Joe Lewis. Well, we know why you would. Kept that ball and had a lot of yards there on the left side.
Boy, credit the one Dothan defender that stayed at home. If he wasn't there, it'd be a touchdown. 3rd and 2 at the Dothan 9-yard line. Here's Lewis left side and bottled up down around the 5-yard line. I think he'll have enough. He will for the first down, so that will move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal close to the Dothan 5-yard line. So again, that offensive line just moving ahead. Jared, you're right on that offensive line, and you've just got to see the push right now. And this offensive line really dominating the games right now.
They really are. They're getting at it, then they're going after it right now. You gotta think they're gonna punch it into the end zone right here.
Keep it on the ground. We'll see if they keep it up. Shotgun look for Roberts. 1st and goal from the 5. No, they're going to go to the air. Throws, and it is caught. Touchdown on a little slant pattern in the end zone. It is Tyson Tolliver. His first touchdown reception of the year, the first passing touchdown for Jay Roberts. Hey, just when we thought they're going to run the ball in the end zone, they go to the air.
Well, sometimes you got to do the opposite of what the defense thought. The defense had 7, 8 guys in the box. You go to receiver Tyson Tolliver, and nice little slant pass. Nice throw and catch there.
Yeah, here comes the point after attempt. These aren't automatic. Of course, bad snap last week cost the Panthers the game. Jared Dillard to hold, and the kick up by Bradley Harris. It is up and good. Panthers strike first, 7-0 with 3:37 left in the opening quarter of play. We'll be right back after this 30-second timeout here on Mix 96.7. Panthers eating up a lot of clock, punch it into the end zone as they lead 7-0, 3:37 left in the first quarter. Great ground attack there, and then a good one through the air. Jay Roberts hooks up with Tyson Tolliver for a 5-yard touchdown strike. And the Panthers finishing off their drive and had to get it on 4th down. Didn't come easy with that ground game just methodically moving down the field.
Yeah, that was good to see. Both running backs in action there.
Bradley Harris will kick it off. Line shot to the right side. It's going to go out of bounds, and that will be a mistake there. Dothan will get the football at the 35-yard line. Let's head down to Jared Dillard, who had a great hold on the point after. That was a good touchdown throw there, wasn't it?
It really was. I just said they're going to run it in. You got to think Smith Station is going to run it in, but you got to trick the defense sometimes, and they went straight for the slant, almost indefensible down here. Cornerback had no chance of stopping it.
And we want to thank our sponsors, too, that make our broadcast possible. Piggly Wiggly, also Lee County Sheriff Jay Jones, a guy you really want to have on your good side. You Save It Pharmacy, the City of Smith Station, Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick, and GMC in Opelika, and then Frederick Dean Funeral Home. We certainly appreciate all of our fine sponsors making our broadcast possible each and every year. 3:37 left. Here's Dothan back out. A quick 3 and out's all we've seen so far of Dothan. So their second possession of the game. Bubba McDaniel will try to get things going for his offense here as he lines up out of the gun. Shotgun snap from the 35. He's going to roll right, looks to throw, and now tucks and runs, and he's brought down. The ball almost came out there at the end. Great stop there in the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard loss. Panther defense again swarming. They're all over it.
Yeah, the left side of that defense getting the penetration there, got a lot of pressure on the quarterback, brought him down, and this is a confident group right now. Last week, they got worn down. Our offense kind of stalled several times in the second half, caused them to play a lot of minutes. But not only did they get a 3 and out the first drive, now their offense spotted them with a 7-point lead.
Shotgun look again. It'll be 2nd down and 13 from the 32 for Bubba McDaniel. Now he'll change up his play. The defense just flying all over the place. 3 down linemen, 2 standing up defensive ends. And now it's a read option play. They'll give it to the back who bounces it outside. Williams trying to find some running room over to the left side, and a face mask penalty. Looks like a flag comes in late as McDaniel just tried to find, or Williams rather, the running back, tried to find some running room. The far wide side of the field. Good job of cutting it off by Justin Brown, but the face mask penalty will more than likely move the chains, give him a 1st down.
Yeah, that was an impressive show of athleticism by Justin Brown there to go out there all the way to the sideline and run down the running back. But as he got him, again, as you said, grabbed the face mask, so it's going to cost us 15 yards here.
So a mistake will keep things going. Well, I have not yet to mark it off, but it looks like it is coming. Okay, now the whitehead finally comes in and signals to move the chain. So it was a face mask penalty, and that will move the ball right to the 50-yard line. So Dothan, with the nose of the football in Smith Station Panther territory for the first time tonight. Trips out to the right for the Tigers. Williams, the lone back, lines up to the left of McDaniel. One single receiver to the left side of the field, the short side. 1st and 10 at midfield. McDaniel, shotgun snaps, going to drop back pass all the way. It's going to be a throw to the flats, incomplete, undershot Stephen Tullis, his intended receiver, and that'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, number 94, big DeAndre Williams, did a good job getting pressure on the quarterback. He had about a second less than he wanted to make the throw. Just had to throw it at his feet.
We're seeing a lot of guys getting in here we haven't seen in weeks past on the defense. And Jacob Purcell, one of those guys, is getting the look over here at tackle that is checked in the ball game. Correction, that's Austin Thaxton, rather, in the ball game, number 78. 2nd down and 10. Here's McDaniel. He'll give the ball to Williams, and he's bottled up in the backfield. Coming up, Tyler Jefferson lays the lumber. And a good stop by the defense of Smith Station. Also coming in, Jared Elias, that whole right side, closing down any type of running lane that Tyson Williams will have. You know, when you talk to coach of the pregame, he really stressed the fact that you got to watch the outside because this guy will bounce it outside, and before you know it, he's off to the races.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and you could tell that's been a point of emphasis all week. We've seen twice now Justin Brown get out there. Right side linebacker Anthony Ortiz was out there on the tackle as well, so great job of getting outside and preventing big play.
All right, here's McDaniel. This is a 3rd and 10 at midfield. 2 wides to the right, trips to the right. Dropping back, pressure comes. McDaniel floats out. Now he's trying to buy some time, throws a desperation throw, and it's incomplete. Nearly caught by number 13, Jordan Beck, but it's incomplete. 4th down at midfield. Dothan, more than likely, will have to send the punting team out, and here they come.
I tell you what, we got to give all the credit to that defensive line. 3rd and long, you know it's a passing play. They brought in the nickel back in the backside, 4 down linemen, getting pressure every time. And although he's a speedy quarterback with a great arm, just not having any time to throw the ball. So great job by that defensive line.
So a punting situation here is Akeem Walden back to punt. And stands at the 36, gets a spiraling kick, bounces at the 30, and takes another good Dothan roll inside the 25. It will stop down at around the 20-yard line. That is where the Panthers will take over, 1st and 10. Leading the game 7-0, and with 1:25 left here in the first quarter of play. Panthers offense will come back out on the field. Not much of a rest, too, for Dothan. Steve.
Yeah, that's right. Two great stands there by the defense. You did have the one penalty that allowed them to get the first down, but again, this defense of Dothan is going to be playing a lot of minutes here early on, and so this Panther offense, especially that offensive line, keep churning.
Roberts out of the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 20. 2 wides to the left. Lewis in the backfield. It'll be a give to Lewis. Left side. He is hit down right at the line of scrimmage. That was a hard hit, too, as Lewis got walloped. Actually, checking in the ball game is Jordan Burton getting the carry there. Jordan Burton.
Yeah, that's third running back we've seen now this year. So they're definitely playing a lot of guys. And as you said earlier, defense is really rotating in and out as well.
Yeah, so number 25, Jordan Burton, remains in the game now. 2nd down and 10 from the 20. Trips out to the left side, single receiver right. On 2nd and 10, shotgun look. Here's Burton again. He's hit in the backfield, spins around, and maybe lost a yard. Think they may spot it right back at the line of scrimmage, but 3rd and 10 right now, Dothan on the sidelines. I'm sure that defense got a message. Stop that run, and they've done a good job so far.
Yeah, and they've also got 9 guys in the box, so we're really going to have to rely on the slant passes as we saw in the touchdown, also a lot of play action, maybe even roll Jay out left or right side, but definitely going to have to change things up here a little bit with so many in the box for Dothan.
You'd think of passing down here, 3rd and 10 from the 20. Shotgun look, Roberts drops back, got time, throws, and incomplete. Tried to get Will Clanton on a comeback route around the 30-yard line, but incomplete. I don't think they're on the same page on that one. So 4th and 10 from the 20. It'll be punting time for the Panthers offense. So a quick 3 and out with 8.7 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. After this punt, should be it for the first quarter. 7-0 Panthers with the lead. Dothan waiting to get the football back and should have field position as number 20, Devonair Martin, stands just to the other side of the 50-yard line awaiting the punt.
Yeah, Bradley Harris is back on the 5-yard line for the punt, so we need a big punt out of him and see if we can't pin him back a little bit and let the defense take over.
High snap, gets away from the punter in the end zone, and it goes out the back of the end zone. It'll be a safety. And that just floated atop of the head of punter Trip Vining. And that snap just again sailed away. He had no chance of getting up there and climbing the ladder and getting that one. So 2 points put on the board for Dothan, and they will await the football back. So miscues on special teams. That's twice now that we've seen a couple of big special teams miscues.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row. Now we've seen problems with the snap there. That's definitely something they're going to talk about on the sideline, try to get corrected, and that's huge. You're talking about a 7-point lead, trying to pin them back. Your defense has had a couple good stops already, and the last thing you want to do is give them easy points that you feel like you give them that they didn't earn.
So the Panthers now head back out, and we'll have to kick things off to Dothan here following the botched snap on the punt. 4 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Now Dothan will send back deep their tailback, number 1, Tyson Williams, also heading back. Devonair Martin, number 20. And they'll stand around the 35-yard line, so they'll get pretty good field position here. Should get field position.
Yeah, that's another negative about a safety is you don't kick off from the same spot all the way back to the 20. So not only you give them 2 points, as you said, Van, good field position. So definitely key for the defense to come out and make another stop here.
Yeah, kicking from the 20 rather than the 40. Good leg into that one. Harris really put a good leg into that one. Inside the 20, back to the 15s where it's caught by Devonair Martin. He brings it across the 25, backtracks at the 30, and now gets up to around the 34-yard line. So a really good kick there by Bradley Harris. Tip of the cap to him. And we'll keep Dothan around the 35-yard line. And time will expire in the first quarter of play. So with that, 7-2, Smith Station with the lead as we head to the second quarter. We'll step aside for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Panther football here on Mix 96.7. As we get ready to start quarter number 2, Auburn and Opelika right now, still 7-0 Opelika with the lead. Central and Fairfield are scoreless. Also Enterprise, they lead Northview 13-0. So Enterprise playing both Dothan teams back-to-back. Dothan will come out 1st and 10 from the 35 to open up quarter number 2. Shotgun look for quarterback Bubba McDaniel. Nothing there, runs straight ahead, tries to find some running room, just couldn't get much. Maybe picked up a yard, maybe 2 up to around the 36-yard line.
Yeah, number 11, Justin Brown in there for the pressure, but then Will Quisnell finished it up and got the tackle. Great job again by the defensive line.
Lee Scott and Monroe scoreless also. Here's McDaniel on 2nd down and 9 from the 36-yard line. And officials stop the play here. A flag in the backfield of the defense. So that will be a penalty, and will back Dothan up. Looks like a procedure penalty against the Tigers. Didn't quite see what happened there, Jared. Did you catch that? Was there somebody moving in the backfield?
From what it looked like down here, it looked like there was a little bit of motion in the backfield, but not enough for me to catch it with my eye. So I'm not sure what the ref saw right there.
2 wideouts either side. 2nd and 14 after the penalty from the 31-yard line. McDaniel drops back, throws in the flats. It is caught, brought down at the 36-yard line. Number 6 on the reception. That is Kendarius Martin. So that will set up a third, still a very long situation here for Dothan. 3rd and right at 9 yards.
Yeah, this is a situation where they bring in the nickel back here, take out a linebacker, and they really rely on the 4-down lineman here who's been getting pressure the last 2 weeks and doing a good job.
11:07 left in the first half. 3rd down for Dothan. 3rd and 9 from their own 36. 2 wides either side. McDaniel out of the shotgun, gets the snap, drops back, and pressure comes. He's brought down and sacked in the backfield by the Panthers, number 20.
Will Quisnell.
Will Quisnell. Boy, and he's a guy that, really kind of a new face in there on that defense. Worked his way in the lineup, and he comes back there with a big sack.
Yeah, they've been playing 8 and 9 guys there in that front 7, doing a good job rotating them in and out, and all of them stepping up, making plays.
And you can let the band, Smith Station, know they are blasting away Dothan right now. Back to punt is Akeem Walden. Back deep for the Panthers, Jared Elias, and he stands inside his own 45. Good snap by Dothan. Gets the punt away. High spiraling punt. They've been getting some good rolls again. They get a good roll, but it's fielded at the 41, 45, 50, and out of bounds down around the 46-yard line in Dothan territory is Jared Elias.
Yeah, Jared got tired of watching that ball take 20 yards on the ground. That time he let it hit, caught it on the bounce, and took off. Got an extra 15 yards.
I will tell you this, Jason. I think everybody was tired of seeing that thing get that roll. Well, the punts were actually traveling about 20 yards, but they were rolling about another 20. So Smith Station's offense will come back out. 10-13 left in the first half. 7-2 our ball game right now. Smith Station with the lead. A bad snap over the head of the Smith Station punter and out the back of the end zone. The only scoring tonight for Dothan. Back in the ball game now, tailback 22, Stevie Pringle. Well, I hope Lewis is okay. We haven't seen him the last couple of trips out. Trips out to the right, single receiver to the left. Roberts gets the snap, drops back, pass, looks downfield, long, throws one. No, just floated it over Tyson Tolliver's head. Had a step on the defender. Well, that time just a little bit too much air. It's a couple times tonight we've seen Roberts just put a little too much English on it.
Yeah, Tyson had his man beat by a good 3-4 yards. Just a little air under the ball. It would have been an easy 7. That time, Jay Roberts was back on his back foot a little bit and just need to keep his balance there.
Yeah, Kendarius Martin, number 6, he was beat downfield on that one. Trips now to the right. 2nd and 10 from the 46. Throws one out into the flats. This one is caught by Bailey Densel. Running room down the right side across the 40 down to the 37-yard line. He is close to a first down, about a yard shy. It'll set up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, just a little throw and catch there in the flat. Bailey Densel did a good job of cutting up field and getting the yards, and only need about half a yard here. Probably look for this running game. Got Pringle still in the game here behind quarterback.
Jared, see if you can get an update on us. Make sure everything's okay with Joe Lewis, and come back to us here in just a minute. Twins receivers either side. 3rd and 1. It'll be a quarterback keeper on the right side. First down run down to the 35, 34-yard line, and first down, and that will move the chains.
Yeah, I see Joe Lewis over there. He's got the hat on and standing next to the coach. Looks like he's ready to go in at any time. Maybe they just see something out of Pringle or trying to just give him a rest. I don't think there's an injury.
Well, that's good news. That's good. A lot of times you see somebody getting a lot of the bulk of the carries.
That's right.
Maybe trying to keep his legs fresh too. He had a lot of carries there early. Maybe make him a second half and just chew those yards up.
That's right. They've got full confidence in both guys.
1st and 10 at the 35 of Dothan. 2 wide outs either side. Pringle, again the lone back as Roberts changes his play at the line of scrimmage. 8:58 clock running here in the first half. Drop back throws, and it is caught at the 25, 20, 15, down inside the 10-yard line. Great reception there by Smith Station's number 5, Tyson Tolliver, and he's got the Panthers set up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Yeah, that's the same play that they scored a touchdown on previously. Just a quick slant there by Tyson. He did a good job of making a move on the safety all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Great throw and catch there by Roberts and Tyson Tolliver.
Panthers are up 7-2 over Dothan and threatening here. 1st and goal from the 7. Second quarter action, 8:36 left. Pringle is the lone back. Roberts gives to Pringle in the backfield, bounces it outside. Here's some running room, but he's cut down at the 6-yard line. He goes flying in the air. Pringle gives a little talk back to the defense, letting them know he's okay.
He's a competitor.
Boy, they're going airborne, I tell you what. You don't like those hits if you're the coach, though, because you don't want to expose those knees to the helmet like that. But
yeah, you're right. But I really like this fight I'm seeing out of this team. They're not thinking about that Harris County loss at all. They're coming out here ready to fight against Dothan and pick up a big victory.
Could be looking pass here. Trips to the left side of the field. Roberts drops back, is going to throw, and it is incomplete. Diving for it was Tolliver in the back of the end zone. It'll be 3rd down and goal. And the ball spotted right at just inside the 7-yard line. So still a decent little chunk of yards to get here. Big man checks in for Dothan too. Bring an extra man in. That's Naheem Bryan, a big defensive tackle, as they look to try to bottle up the run game, try to force the Panthers to go through the air. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout. And the official actually blew the whistle here. No timeout by Smith Station. So I think they were thinking heat timeout maybe. Not really sure what they were thinking. It'd be an odd time for a heat timeout right at the goal line. 3rd and goal from the 7. So here's Roberts out of the shotgun, 2 wide outs either side. Lewis is in the backfield. Quarterback option play. It'll be a keeper by Roberts. Brought down inside the 5, down at the 4-yard line. And that was a good stop there by Devoneer Martin, number 20, comes up. And, boy, you thought for a moment there Roberts may have the running room.
Yeah, it was a good play call. It was a good read by Roberts, but Devoneer Martin was the last guy that had the opportunity to make the play before he got in the touchdown, and you just got to give him credit. Good stop there. So we're sending out the field goal team now.
Yeah, want to get some points, especially with the 2 points up on the board by Dothan. This will be a 21-yard field goal. Jay Roberts will hold, and Bradley Harris will kick. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-yard field goal by Bradley Harris. And the Panthers have an 8-point lead, 10-2 over Dothan with 6:51 left here in the first half. We'll be right back after this 30-second timeout here on Mix 96.7. 6:51 left here in the first half, 10-2. Our score. Not a runaway baseball game. A safety in this one. A bad snap gets away from the Panthers. The only scoring for Dothan, but a 21-yard field goal by Bradley Harris stretches the Panthers' lead out to an 8-point ball game. And here comes Harris with the kickoff. Good leg into that one. End over end kick and just taken at the goal line. At the 1 yard line will be Dothan. 15 around the 20-yard line. And Devonair Martin on the return for the Tigers. And Dothan's offense will come back out.
Yeah, kickoff coverage also doing a good job here. Anthony Ortiz, one of our linebackers, coming in, making the stop. And Dothan having a long field here. You know, good thing about that last drive, you always want 7. But you get the field goal there, and it was a perfect snap by the center there. So that's something they definitely talked about, worked on there. Also, your defense is over there getting a sip of water, getting a little bit of rest, and a little bit more rested after a couple short series in a row right there.
6:44, Dothan's offense comes back out. They've got to be tired. They were just out on the field for a while too. Ball from the 22-yard line of Dothan, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Two wide outs either side for the Tigers. McDaniel out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. It was a low snap. Quarterback run, and he's bottled up before he could get started there. DeAndre Williams in the backfield on the stop. Score updates around the area. We got Opelika leading Auburn 14-0. Beauregard and Greenville, they're tied at 7. And Tallahassee and W.S. Neal, they're tied at 7. Monroe Academy leading Lee Scott 7-0. So a couple scores from around the area.
Yeah, Opelika's got a strong team. They're explosive on offense. They lost a lot of seniors, but they still got a good squad back. I was interested to see how Auburn will stack up against them.
Yeah, that's in Auburn too tonight. Big crowd there at the Doug. 6:05 here, big crowd between Smith Station and Dothan here. Dothan Tiger quarterback McDaniel flushed out of the pocket. How he avoided a sack, I don't know. Made it to the 25-yard line. He picked up a couple. That's the athletic ability back there by senior Bubba McDaniel. But it will bring up a 4th down, and the punt team coming on for the Tigers. So 3 and out. Following the Smith Station touchdown, Dothan will not be able to answer back, and you got to credit this defense. They've been swarming all over the place. Really, Dothan's never had a chance tonight to get anything going.
Yeah, I mean, if a team has an athletic quarterback, what you really want is you want those 2 defensive ends to keep him sucked in, and they've done a good job. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to call a lot of our guys' names on defense in the secondary, so let me do that real quick. But it's because of the good play of the defensive line. We've got Jared Elias, one cornerback on the left side. We've got Trayvon Jones on the other side, and then our 2 safeties are number 4, Tyler Jefferson, number 2, Antoine Smith. And again, hadn't called their name a lot, but it's because the defensive line has just done a great job swarming the quarterback.
Yeah, you're absolutely right up there on the front. And it starts with those guys like DeAndre Williams. We called his name a lot. Justin Brown's all over the place. And the linebacking core, too, has been a good job of really bottling things up. Kobe Hancock, Anthony Ortiz, Gage Williams, and that whole crew there. We do have a heat timeout. 5:51 left here in the first half. 10-2 at Smith Station with the lead. We'll step aside for a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to Panther Football on Mix 96.7. Timeout here midway through the second quarter, just under midway through. 5:51 left here in the first half. 10-2 our score. Let's go down the sidelines. Jared Dillard is standing by with an update. Jared, what's been the message down there on the Smith Station sideline?
The Smith Station sideline, they're very happy about how their defense has been playing, and they're very happy about how the offense has been moving the ball. Yes, they were only able to get a field goal on the last drive, but they're very pleased about it.
Yeah, I can imagine. They're right now, so far, have been in control. 3rd down and 7. Take that back. It was not 4th down. 3rd and 7. They'll throw out of the shotgun is caught, and right at first down marker, number 13, Jordan Beck. Jason, that's not a good sign for Dothan there. The hanky comes out holding on the offense.
Yeah, I mean, our defensive line has just been killing their offensive line all night, and that time they had to do it the illegal way. And we dragging, I think it was big number 94 got in there, DeAndre Williams, and they just grabbed him by the jersey and brought him right down. And that was a reason why the wide receiver was open.
Been getting a lot of pressure all night.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
You know, we've got good size on that defensive line as well. That's something we hadn't had in the last couple of years. We've had some pretty good athletes, but DeAndre Williams, 6'1", 214, Will Quisnell, 6'3", Justin Brown, 6'2". So we got some big old boys down there, and they're showing Dothan what they're all about tonight.
5:32, and the clock is running as Dothan looks to the sideline. One thing Dothan does not want to do is give the Panthers the football with a short field here as they're backed up now inside the 15 from their own 13 here on 3rd and 20 following the penalty. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. May just see a little screen pass. No, they're going to go deep. Flushed out of the pocket. McDaniel rolls to his right on the run. Throws. Dangerous pass. Incomplete. Intended for Jordan Beck. But in coverage right there to sniff that one out, Jared Elias, and he almost was in position to make an interception.
Yeah, he made a nice dive right there. Almost got his hand on the ball. But again, defensive line, DeAndre, same guy. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but same guy's in there. I tell you what, the quarterback, McDaniel, just has nowhere to go with the football.
So 5:04 left. Clock stops with the incomplete pass, and back deep to receive Jared Elias, the guy's name we just called. He's at the Dothan 41. They get the punt off. It's a good high-hanging punt. Elias going to let it bounce down at the 42. Comes up. Oh, just let the ball get away. Picked it up. Now tries to run. And he's going to be brought down around the 46-yard line. That almost was disastrous. That's one time where, you see that ball get on the ground and start running, and a lot of times you want to go and pick it up. That's the downfall of it. It's hard to pick up sometimes, and if it just clips you, Dothan can pick it up. They've got the football, and a break there for the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, he was successful with it last time, got a good 20-yard run after catching off the first bounce. I don't know if they keep kicking it short and getting that bounce. I don't know if he doesn't need to take another 5-10 yards up on his route there, getting ready to catch the ball, but fortunate to get the ball back in very good field position here.
Yeah, get up under it, call the fair catch. I think that'll be the message we see down the stretch. So the Panthers back out offensively. 1st and 10 at the Dothan 46. 2 wide outs to the right, single receiver to the left side, and pump fakes. Now looks like the turned around was Roberts as he throws it down into the ground. He was outside the tackle box, so no intentional grounding, but he was really turned around. Somebody wasn't on the same page. He looked to throw, and nobody was there, and then he brought the ball back down, and there was just nowhere to go.
Yeah, him and Bailey Densel, number 15, wasn't on the same page there. Roberts was expecting a screen, and Densel took off 10 yards down the field, so Roberts just had to eat that thing and finally threw it away.
4:43 left here in the first half. 2nd and 10 at the Dothan 46. Trips to the left side. Roberts out of the shotgun. Got the snap. Throws to the left side. It is caught by Tyson Tolliver. He is hit, stood up, and nowhere to go. And they have even lost about a half a yard.
Yeah, Dothan secondary did a good job there. We've been looking at Tyson Tolliver for the small routes, the screen, the slants, and that time they played man press coverage and couldn't get by him that time.
To really open this thing up, you're going to have Roberts complete one of those deep passes. They've gone deep a couple times, but Roberts been really putting a little too much under the football and has been able to complete one of those long passes. If he can get one, that'll really start to open things up a bit. 2 wide outs to the right. Now the motion man's heads out to the right. Now trips out to the right. Shotgun on 3rd down. Here's Roberts flushed out of the pocket. Steps up, nothing there. Brought down at the 43-yard line. He picked up a yard, scrambling around, but it will set up 4th down, and now the punting team comes out for Smith Station.
Yeah, like you said, man, they just hadn't got that downfield passing going yet. And it might be a little bit of confidence issue with Jay Roberts there. That time he kind of had happy feet and took off running probably a little quicker than he needed to. But they'll talk about that on the sideline, and hopefully a good punt here to pin Dothan deep here.
Trip Vining into punt. Here's the snap. It is good, and the punt is a good one. High-hanging punt. Fair catch called for at the 11-yard line by Devoneer Martin. And that's where Dothan will take over. Dothan will have 3:16 left here in the first half as they trail by 8. Still a very manageable game for Dothan, even though the offense, you feel like Smith Station's really been in control of this game. They have been, but Dothan's just one big play away from being right in this game, possibly tying it up.
Yeah, you're right. We do feel like we've dominated this game, but you look up and we're one touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from a tie. But this is where your defense has got to be smart right here. 3 minutes left to play. You don't want any crazy mistakes, any crazy penalties to give them good field position, because you got to remember, we get the ball first here in the second half. So the last thing you want to do is give Dothan some points here to end the first half.
Stevie Pringle also in the ballgame defensively, playing back there at one of the safety positions. Shotgun look, new quarterback in for Dothan. Taking the handoff is Tyson Williams. Check that. No, that was McDaniel still in the ballgame. I thought number 12 had checked in, but I guess the tailback and the quarterback just put their jerseys together, and I saw 1 and 2. 2:54, the clock continues to run. Dothan really in no hurry here. Both Smith Station and Dothan with all their timeouts in their back pocket as we approach the end here of the second quarter. Second down and 7 for the Tigers from their own 14-yard line. 2 wideouts either side. McDaniel drops back, nowhere to go. Now flushed out of the pocket, running to the left side. Now spins and turns around, throws the back way where he finds his receiver Williams. He's open at the 10-15, and he's on his feet out of bounds at the 22-yard line. I don't think that was a throwback design, but it's what it looked like. McDaniel scrambled around to his left, turned around, and there was his tailback.
Yeah, I don't think that was the call at all. I think that was just 2 guys trying to make a play. Your quarterback here just getting very frustrated, constantly getting rolled out of the pocket, getting a lot of pressure by the defensive line, and that time happened to find his good friend Tyson Williams making a little play here to get him a first down. Hadn't had one in a while.
It got him a first down, and it ended up being a good throwback play, but not how you draw it up, though. Trips out to the left, single receiver right, 1st and 10 from the 21. Low snap, gets away from McDaniel, picks it up, nowhere to go. He's brought down to the backfield, down to the 11-yard line. First one there for the Panthers, number 20, Will Quisnell. We've called his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see the stat column. These defensive linemen have been racking up the tackles tonight.
7-yard loss, and with that 7-yard loss, Smith Station's going to take a timeout here with 2 minutes left in the first half. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers from their own. Check that. It'll be a 2nd and long coming up. Backed up. Dothan now will have the football from their own yard line when we come back after break. 10-2 our score right now. 2 minutes left in the first half. Smith Station with the lead. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout here on Mix 96.7. 10-2 our score with 2 minutes left here in the first half. Smith Station with the lead. Dothan, though, backed up. A
timeout in your pocket offensively. So
if you're Dothan, you could run it here, force another timeout.
That's right.
Since Smith Station hadn't been able to really get the passing game going, maybe.
That's right. But either way, you'll get your offense out with about a minute and a half and see what you can do.
We'll see what first-year coach Kevin Jackson dials up. Looks like it will be a pass. McDaniel goes long down the sidelines, incomplete. Wanted his tailback, Tyson Williams, down the left sideline. He overshot him by about 7 yards. So it will be 4th down. The clock stopped with 1:44, and the Panthers get to hang on to their timeout.
Yeah, that was a great job by the defense again. Jared mentioned down there, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, it's not doing anything special. They're just dominating that offensive line. Very, very strong, very aggressive defensive line here. And we'll see what – this first time they've had to run their 2-minute package here. So we'll see with the new staff here how this goes.
So back deep is Akeem Walden, standing back deep to receive Jared Elias at the 42-yard line, and Dothan will take a timeout. So Dothan, seeing maybe some pressure coming from the Panthers, takes a timeout with 1:44. We'll step aside. 1:44 left here in the first half, and the Panthers looking to get the football back up 10-2. You're listening to Panther Football on Mix 96.7. Welcome back to 10 right now. Smith Station with a 10-2 lead over Dothan tonight. 1:44 left here in the first half of play. The Tigers getting ready to punt things deep from their own territory. And Smith Station looks to have good field position. 1 timeout in their back pocket, trying to tack on some more points here to close out the first half. Smith Station, as Jason mentioned, will get the football to start the second half. So any points here is just sort of bonus money.
Yeah, you're right. You got an opportunity to put the game away here. Get some points here. Do it again. Start the second half.
Jared Elias at the 42-yard line. Punting from the goal line is Akeem Walden. Gets a high hanging punt, and he shanked it out of bounds. And they mark it down to the 30-yard line. Smith Station will have the football at the 30-yard line of Dothan with 1:39 left here in the first half.
Yeah, we got 1 timeout left with 1:39, like you said, Van. You still can run. You can still run the ball, but I think, hey, let's work on the passing game right here. We've had a little bit of trouble going down the field. We've hit a couple slants to Tyson Tolliver here, so let's try our 2-minute drill out. We didn't get an opportunity last week to do it. This first time tonight, so this will be a good opportunity to learn something about your offense here in a 2-minute drill.
2 wides to the right and 2 wide outs to the left side, and here comes Roberts out of the shotgun. He'll hand the ball off. Pringle makes a man miss, spins around. He's inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Nearly a 10-yard run. Looks like 9 yards. He'll be shy of a first down by a yard. And the clock continues to run. 1:24.
Tell you what, Van, we got Joe Lewis back in the game, so it's good to see him in there after taking a couple series off.
2nd and 1 down to the 21-yard line. Now 1:15 left. Clock continuing to run. Roberts out of the gun, drops back. Pressure from the outside, throws across the middle, laying out for it, diving for it, incomplete is Bailey Denzel. I checked that number 15. Bailey Denzel down at the 5-yard line. Incomplete, so that'll stop the clock with 1:08 left.
Yeah, Jay Roberts has struggled a little bit tonight on his intermediate and long passing routes. We're going to have to work on that a little bit. It's on his back foot. He's putting too much pressure on his back foot, which is dropping his shoulder, and he's throwing it right into the ground.
3rd down and 1. 2 wide outs either side. And here comes a handoff in the backfield. It is Joe Lewis. He's brought back for a loss. He'll lose a yard back around the 22. So it'll be 3rd and a long 1, maybe 2. And Smith Station more than likely here will let this clock run down as far as it can go, take a timeout, and then you'd imagine try to line up and kick a field goal here. In the center of the field, that's the good thing.
Yeah, it is in the center of the field. I'm not sure exactly what your range is of your kicker here, Bradley Harris. This might be an opportunity, but it looks like they're keeping the offense out here. It's going to be a 4th and 2, so it'll be an interesting play call here, but you definitely want to be safe. No turnovers here. Get into the locker room, at least keep your 8-point lead.
Would be a 38-yard field goal from right in the middle of the field. I think well in range of Bradley Harris, and I think that's what's going to happen here. I think we got the field goal unit coming together on the sidelines. Timeout taken, though. 19.9 seconds left. 10-2 our score. Smith Station with the lead, and we assume looking to kick a field goal to try to close things out here in the first half. Step aside for a quick 30-second timeout. We'll return right here on Mix 96.7. Oh, here comes Bradley Harris out to try to kick a field goal with 19.9 seconds left here in the first half. It'll be from the middle of the field. The quarterback, Jay Roberts, will hold as the Panthers try to add to their 8-point lead. Leading 10-2. A 4th down and 2 at the 21. So this will be right at a 38-yard field goal for the Panthers. Snap good, place good, kick is up, and it is right down Main Street.
Very good kick.
That was a good one.
The field goal is good.
He could have backed it on up for another, 15, 20 yards maybe?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely could have been close to the 50-yard range there, and a good snap by Jared Long, and Roberts on the hold there. Great special teams. And again, get the ball here in the second half. So that puts it at a two-score game here. Let's look to add on here. We do have 11 seconds left, so we want to be sure we cover the kickoff here and go to the locker room, and pretty positive about your first half performance.
Well, and I will say this too. Good to see a field goal executed properly. And, I'm not saying that can't be done, and, these guys aren't capable of it, but it's hard sometimes. You're thinking things through after last week and the way the game ended on a field goal, a bot snap on the extra point. And, it's just so routine. Sometimes you take it for granted. And when the pressure's on, a lot of times you overthink things a lot. And pressure was on that kick, too. It's a big kick at the end of the half, and it was really executed good.
Yeah, you're right. And as a coach, you always tell your players, let's move on, forget about the past, live in the present. But, in the back of your mind, you are thinking about that. And so you want to see how your kids react in a pressure situation there right there. So something as simple as a field goal is huge for some of these kids who remember the ending of that game against Harris County last week.
So here comes Bradley Harris. He's out to kick things off, standing back deep to receive. Tailback Tyson Williams, and also back number 20, Devoneer Martin. Martin, a two-way player for Dothan. Plays some wide out. Cornerback majority of the time on defense. It'll be a long kick by Harris, and I believe his foot touched the back of the end zone. No, he'll bring it out. Cut down to the 15-yard line. Good stop there by the Panthers. Devin Patterson, number 35, comes up and cuts down the return man, Martin. 5.8 seconds left. You'd imagine Dothan would try to just take this thing to the house here, down 11.
Yeah,
13-2.
That was a great job by the kickoff coverage team right there. I mean, you've got two very, very, very good athletes back there who could return a kick all the way back with no problem at all. But we've gone down there and put them inside the 20-yard line twice now on kickoffs.
Chaser, remind us what's coming up here at the half.
Yeah, the little Ozone baseball team that we talked about that got honored before the game. State champions and also runner-up in the World Series this summer. Had a chance to sit down with head coach Chris Cannon and a couple of players as well, so we'll look forward to hearing from them at halftime and had a very good conversation with them, and they're both going to be in our junior high baseball program, so future's bright.
All right, Bubba McDaniel under center. He'll drop to a knee. That'll do it for the first half. 13-2, Smith Station with the lead. And coming up here, Jared Dillard will have a chance to catch up with head coach Adam Fawcett as he heads in here to the half. And I imagine, hey, let's just keep doing what we're doing. We'll see what the message is. But certainly has been a good first half of execution, especially with the run game. And I think the only thing really you look at and you just want to sharpen things up a little bit from the passing game. But the run game is really has been well so far. We'll head down on the sidelines now. Jared Dillard standing by with head coach Adam Fawcett.
Hey guys, thanks so much. I'm here with Smith Station head coach Adam Fawcett. And coach, after a heartbreaking loss to Harris County 17-16 last night, the team's really coming out here firing all cylinders. Defense has been stonewall and the offense moving the ball. What do you contribute that to?
The kids want to. I think it has to do with a lot of want to. The kids are playing hard. That last week wasn't the result that they wanted. So the kids care about the program, they care about the school, and they love football. So it has to do with the want to. It has to do with heart. So we got to make some changes at halftime. We got to make some adjustments. Offensively, we're starting to sputter a little bit. We're getting 3 points here and there, but we're not scoring touchdowns, which I would like to do. So, but defensively, we have played well. Kicking game has been great tonight. Bradley Harris kicked the ball well and pulled us away. So we had that snafu on the punt with the high snap to give up a safety. But other than that, we hadn't given Dothan much all night.
Thank you very much, coach. And that was Smith Station head coach Adam Fawcett saying, look, it hasn't been perfect, but they came out here and played because this team wants it, and that's the kind of spirit this team has.
All right, thank you very much. Down the sidelines, Jared Dillard for us with head coach Adam Fawcett. And, that is a good point. Offensively sputtered around a little bit, and that was one thing last week. Drives, finishing them off with touchdowns, and tonight, we've seen a couple of drives stall out. Maybe you had some touchdowns. This thing's a lot different story. But, as it stands right now, though, it's an 11-point lead, 13-2. You're in control of the game, and you get the football back to start the second half.
Yeah, defense has been absolutely dominant. Dothan has not had a chance offensively. But offensively for Smith Station, the ground game is still doing their job. Their offensive line is still doing their job. But struggling a little bit on the intermediate and the long passing game. Jay Roberts struggling a little bit throwing the ball. But I'm sure they'll get that worked out, and I'm excited to see what we have here in the second half.
All right, we'll step aside for a 2-minute timeout, and Jason had a chance to catch up with the Ozone baseball team at the half. We've got that visit for you coming up a little bit later on. We'll take a look at some scores from around the area. That's all coming up. It's halftime, 13-2. Smith Station leading Dothan right here on Mix 96.7.